all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. Going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's bullshit. I had to rush that bitch too. Fuck, I had to rush that shit.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Yeah, how does he get beat like that, bro?
Touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Man, she's like stupid.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go.
All right, now let's focus, let's focus, let's focus.
Got turned over.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
That good for 22 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
This goes out wide for Mixon. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil
Oh, it's bullshit.
Press conference earlier this week.
Fucking bullshit, yo.
Didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers. And they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure.
Fucking bullshit.
Diamonds. In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And they'll run the toss here with Sermon. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And Lance now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. Instead, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alert three, alert three, alert three. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. No.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow, he'll buy some time right.
Man, he's throwing it like that, bro.
Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second down and 8. Lance going to hold on to it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Throwing his Lance on third down. That's complete out left eye.
Same fucking play, bro.
Right at the 40. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Lance, a give now to Sherman, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Working from the gun, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check 557. 557. Let's go.
Mostert. And across.
Bullshit, bro. What the fuck they want me to get to my dude, bro?
Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ready? 7. What's the run? They're running it. Check. Fresno.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flush to his right.
He overthrows him. Come on, bro. You fucking serious? Nigga straight overthrew him, bro. Okay. I guess that's how it is. Look at this shit. He wide the fuck open. He overthrow. That's crazy.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Look at another.
Downfield is taken in by his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Lance.
Get that.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is down to 4. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Hey, oh, bro, what the fuck is he doing, bro?
Defensively, you're over there trying to catch your
Joe Burrow's just selling me right now, bro.
You're right back out there after the turnover.
Fuck, bro.
Another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he pulls over it and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Thomas.
First down. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Escaping the punt, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bengals have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation. We're trying to get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this.
How the fuck he get? How the fuck did he get the ball? Oh, I think we did get the ball first. Did we get the ball first? Or we did. We did.
49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooke.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Rico Gafford with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Brandon Wilson to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Should hit that hole. It's my fault. Should have hit that hole.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again.
Come on!
His way up near the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
11. Side field. Hey, it's out of bounds. 11, mighty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And Burrow
That's fucking
taken down. They got him. Javon Kinlaw. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
fuck did he even get in that motherfucker, bro?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow will throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Bengals, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead.
What?
And it's no good.
This fucking game, boy. That's some bullshit.
Extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
How the fuck? Fucking bumping each other, bro.
Because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The end
All right,
result, 21 yards.
It's the run. Run the screen.
Now Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Lance to throw it. That is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a two-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he's got
that shit right there. That shit right there is trash.
19 yards that time for number 19. And this has been a nice answer to
that shit right, look at that, bro. That's a hit.
Because they come out and reestablish the tempo.
It's a fucking hit, bro.
And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mostert off the read option.
Whoa, shit, bro.
Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This taken in at the goal line.
But make that block! Miss that fucking block, bro.
Just a yard pass.
God damn. You make that fucking block, that's to the house, bro.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11. Watch the safety grip.
Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his right. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way in for a the Cincinnati score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Ah, good shit.
Ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance.
Should have been picked.
So incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He wide the fuck away.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
Catch when he runs that fucking cross route, bro.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
The one.
Now Lance again.
Let's get that. Oh, this bullshit, bro. That is bullshit. Yo.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of
Yo.
I think he looks
Wow.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm gonna keep firing.
This nigga got the force with him.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Lance now to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
See the angle this nigga took? Stupid ass angle, bro.
Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his target, John Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 2nd and a couple, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Mixon, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert.
Finally, pitch to that's clean.
His guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Lance now on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Again, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle.
That is some fucking bullshit, bro.
Deep into enemy territory.
When they
He just bounced right off him.
certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Off the option, it's Sermon.
Oh my
and
God.
across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Trey Sermon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gold to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Mixing score, Niners 43, Bengals 36.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time
Oh my God, bro.
gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Burrow. Flush to his right. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Don't get nervous. 11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Complete to Boyd. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
What? Oh, that's some bullshit, bro. That is some fucking bullshit, bro.
And the Niners take over in
That's some, and I can't even fucking challenge that shit, bro. Fuck it out of here, yo.
field position.
Fucking bullshit, bro.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Sermon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. Down to the 25. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. Sheds off the tackle.
Wow.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
All day.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.